I'm Laurie Spengler. I'm president and CEO of a company called Include, which is a specialist advisory firm in impact, sustainable, responsible investment. We're not an operating bank, so our tool is actually advisory services, either in the form of coming up with new products and services to meet the needs of underserved entrepreneurs, households, individuals, or raising capital and aligning capital for a purpose of building more inclusive and sustainable local economies. Banks like the GABV member banks, many of them need catalytic capital to grow. They are growing faster than their retained earnings can support. So they need sources of new capital to support their sustainable growth. And that's also where our company comes in. The investors who do get it care more about just making a good total return, impact and financial return on their portfolio. They care about societal change, systemic change. And so I think that's also the hook and the power of the Global Alliance as a collective, that it's not just about the individual stories, which are powerful and tangible and real, but it's aggregating those and having a global perspective that can demonstrate the possibility of systemic change. So the Sapphire Fund is a fund that was initiated by the Global Alliance for Banking on Values, in part because of what I mentioned earlier, that banks adopting a sustainability approach to finance are in need of growth and catalytic capital. This is not a vehicle focused on GABV banks themselves, but the GABV saw the need for this across the globe. And so they wanted to initiate an aggregating investment vehicle that could deliver long-term aligned growth capital to banks that are following a set of principles that are grounded in a set of metrics that we do use to consider both the eligibility for the capital and how they're performing. I think importantly, it is open-ended. It's the first open-ended global vehicle of its kind to target sustainability-focused banks. And we're very proud that it's come to market, that the first investments have been made, and that the Global Alliance initiated the fund to come to market. We feel privileged to be part of the GABV community, but we take inspiration for our own work in a sense that although it is challenging to have the conversations outside the GABV and really to make that conversion from interest to actual doing, being part of a group really does fuel you, both in terms of energy and new ideas, and also just collegiality. It's a delightful community to be part of.